What is up YouTube, and welcome back to another CZN Chaos Zero Nightmare video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys my build on Owen actually. That is pretty interesting. I think a lot of people have started to catch on to this trend here. And it's very good because you're going to see the quality of his cards will not rely on his own cards. You're going to see if I look at my save data here, well, I have 0 cards. So I did end up making a 0 card deck. You can see I even labeled it as the best deck. The way you do this is very complicated. I will showcase it in a separate video, but today I just wanted to show you guys what this deck, or I guess what this non-deck is all about and why it's so good. So you can see it did eat my faint memory space. The reason why is because you do have to go through Chaos and actually remove a lot of cards. You have to convert them. There's a lot of different strategies for it, and I do have a very specific one which made it pretty consistent. I got it done in about an hour and a half-ish to 2 hours, which sounds like a very long time, but if you think about it, one Chaos run ends up taking about an hour, so 1.5 to 2 Chaos runs to make a deck like this, which is 0 cards, seems pretty good. And if you're wondering why this is so good, well, if you actually have your other 2 characters on really good cards with the ability to draw, for example, Yuki is a very, very good character with this setup, then you can just draw permanently into her own cards, right? And even though she can draw her own attack cards with her Prepare to Subdue, the thing is, if you're using another drawer, such as Veronica, for example, or even something such as a Nia, who can reveal cards and, you can choose to draw one and discard the rest, well, the thing is, you are just going to be drawing into your 2 characters' cards, which are going to be very strong. So a good way to think about it is Nia will just permanently draw into either her cards, which will allow you to draw again into Yuki's cards, or you just straight up draw into Yuki's cards, right? And this is going to be very good with something like Veronica as well. So Veronica is like one of the best characters with this setup because she also has a lot of drawing capabilities. So if you have this deck on someone with 0 cards, and then you pair them with Veronica, and then you pair them with another DPS that really likes to get a lot of cards, Rin is a good example, Renoa is a good example, right? Because you can get a lot of the flowers early and start cycling your Dirge bullets very quickly. It is going to be extremely powerful. Even something like a Kayron, even something like Luke. Basically every single DPS really likes this, like Beryl as well. But the thing is, there's going to be a few that don't really care about it. I guess Hugo doesn't really care about it too much because all you do is press Hunting Instincts, and certain Tressa builds with that initiation don't really care about it too much as well. But for the most part, a lot of DPSs and a lot of sub-DPSs like Veronica will benefit a lot from this. And I know it might sound kind of confusing in why it could be good. Why not just run a third support with a lot of drawing cards? The thing is, when you run drawing supports, a lot of the drawing effects will cost AP somewhat. You can see my Nia does have some drawing cards that cost 0, but you also have some that cost, 1, such as G-Cord. You also have something like Amika. If you want to put her on a drawing type of build, Blessing of Waves with the draw will cost you 1 AP. If you get a Divine Epiphany, you can draw 2, which is actually insanely OP. Even something like Source of Water is very hard to get a draw on because you need that Divine Epiphany. So you can kind of see, drawing in this game, it's really hard to get a character that does it for free. So by having this setup with 0 cards in your deck, what you're able to do is just draw your 2 DPS's cards. So it makes speedrunning through Basin, going through even through the Crab boss, I've seen people use the strategy, which is absolutely insane because you're kind of just bum rushing the boss, makes it very easy. And, I did it on Owen. You can do it on a lot of characters. I don't really think it matters too much. I will talk about it more in depth, like I said, because it is a very complicated process, and I just wanted to showcase it today. So I'll show you guys, how the deck actually works, or I guess, the non-deck works. And then probably tomorrow I'll show you guys how you can make this type of deck because it is super fun and it is pretty broken. But like I'm saying, you can use it, you can do the strategy on a lot of characters. It works on Selena as well. Anything with like an initiation, 0 cost thing would be very good with this, honestly. But yeah, for the most part, you can use this on basically any single character. So yeah, I'll show you guys how it actually works in Basin. You can see that it's pretty cool. And even though it might not be the most broken or game-breaking thing in the world, it's super fun to utilize because you don't have to draw into shitty cards and just sit there and get tilted. So yeah. So I'll show you guys how strong this can actually be. And you're gonna see the reason why this is so strong is because, well, we have two really insane decks with my Veronica and Yuki, and because we don't have a third deck to use, we are only drawing into their crazy cards. So that makes it so that this is going to be extremely good in terms of just amplifying your two characters that you bring, the cards that they actually have. So you can see right away, I'm able to just keep drawing, cycling, doing a lot of that good stuff. Have a ton of AP here to spare. Boom, we do a lot of damage. Don't really know what's going on, but does anyone know at this point what's going on? So we can do that. And I believe we should be able to kill once I use my other ego skill here. Yes, I do just... Oh, I don't even need to use it, because my ballista will kill. But you can see, very easy to kill super quickly in the setup, because you aren't drawing any of those random support cards, right? So you can see the first wave is killed in one turn. And of course you could do it with Yuki pretty easily, and it also comes down to RNG. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, when you're doing this type of stuff, and like, you know, kind of abusing the fact that I only have two decks to play with, kind of can break the game, not just in Basin, but even in harder content. So there we go. I don't know if I'll kill in 2 turns, but it's very close. I think... No, I can't actually. Douglas? No. Yeah, but it's very close. If I just ended up getting a better draw here, you know, I would have just killed it in 2 turns total. But yeah, you can see, you know, the power of not having power in your third character's deck here. It's absolutely crazy good to do something like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to show you guys this zero drawing deck. Like I said, you can use it with a ton of different characters. There's a million ways to make it work, and it honestly makes certain builds even better. So the usual builds where you want to draw into certain cards and stuff like that, they get a lot more powerful with this because you can cycle through your deck and shuffle your deck extremely quick. So I'm going to be testing this out more on my channel because I think there's going to be some, just like, not bad decks, but some subpar decks that can actually be extremely powerful, especially with something like Veronica. If you go for certain epiphanies like Sir Kowalski, I think if you get the draw 2-1, this could be absolutely crazy, right? Because you could probably just make a ton of ballistas with like this third one here, but a lot of potential with this deck. I don't really know if this is like an intended feature, and I hope they don't do anything about it because it does take quite a while to farm it, even if you know what you're doing and how to farm it. So hopefully the devs let me have my fun and let everyone else have the fun that, you know, they've been having with this zero card deck. And like I said, not something I came upon. It was circulating on Reddit, on the official Discord, and I was farming it for a while, and, you know, finally took the time to do it. And wow, man oh man, it's so fun and definitely worth it. But yeah, like I said, I'll show you guys how to make this deck later, probably tomorrow, or maybe even before then, depending on where you live. And once again, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe to help me out, and I will see you guys next video.